Protection Bureau is proposing a new rule to lower credit card late fees. Right now, credit card companies charge an average of $31 whenever you can't pay your bill on time. That's on top of the interest that you're already paying.
So, when it comes to credit card late fees, in most cases, most Americans are suffering dearly. But what if I told you those late fees are going to get cut, or in most cases, waived? All right, so in today's lessons guide, we're actually going to take a deep dive and analysis to see if this is actually going to become law. Let's see if the government is actually going to cut or waive these credit card late fees to help the average American. So enough rambling, let's dive in. All right, so let's go ahead and just cut straight to the chase. Credit card late fees are terrible. They're low-key a scam. They are, but they aren't. And I'm going to explain why. If you ever had a credit card late fee, I know I have. If you haven't, don't ever get one, because the late fees are atrocious. They can start from $31 and up. I've actually seen some late fees that actually attest to like $70, $80, even $100. It's actually quite crazy. Even with an extremely low balance, it could still be over $100. And this can actually hinder the average American, especially in the rate and the era that we're in right now as far as inflation and finances. With the credit bubble being what it is right now, we have hit the mark of $1 trillion in credit card debt as a whole. That is an all-time high. That is not something that I really wanted us to actually achieve, people. The trillion with a T, that's crazy. And trust me, I totally get it and I understand. And with the times that we're in, with everything just being inflated and just things going downhill and spiraling out of control due to other circumstances outside of our control, yes, it can get a little crazy out there. But to not have your finances in place can really put you and your family at a hindrance. Now, let me explain. I'm not talking about the average family where they're choosing whether to put food on the table or to pay their credit card off. I'm not talking about y'all. Y'all, to me, y'all are in a different category. But for the people that just have credit cards and you're just running it up for no reason, and now you want somebody to help you out, i.e. the government, I have no sympathy for you at all. So as of right now, what they've been talking about for months, Biden actually wants to help correct this issue and actually help the standard American stay above water when it comes to credit card debt or any type of consumer debt that they're in. Even if you do have any type of late payments or late fees, the least that you can do, or the least that they can do, is try to cut that in half, where if your late fee is $35, $45 and up, they can try to cut that down to something even smaller. I've heard on the lines of $8, $9, things of that nature, but I don't know how true that is. I'm just going off of what CNBC said, and CNN, and even Biden himself. But with all that being said, will this actually happen, or is this just another student loan scam? And we all know how that went, because we all know election is right around the corner. So even with the late fees, let's take a deeper dive into that. With Visa, MasterCard, Amex, and all these other companies, they're trying to fight back due to them making over $14.5 billion per year in fees. I don't even blame them for trying to fight back. 14.5 billion, you would fight back too. But as a standard American, you don't want to see people actually being taken advantage of in these trying times. So yeah, something has to give, especially when, again, we know that the economy and the inflation is hurting the middle class and the standard American and even the lower class. Biden and the administration stated that this can all take effect in the beginning of January of the new year. So of course, something around this time is where they're going to try to cut that 14.5 billion in half, to where, again, it's not $50 fees or anything, make it $8. So even if you do actually accidentally get a fee, it won't totally hurt you all in a sense. But of course, the companies are going to fight back, of course. But with that being said, we can't continue to rely on the government and Biden and everybody to always help us and pull us out of these trying times. That's what sets us back farther and farther and we never progress forward. You get what I'm saying? So with that being said, this is why when you're on my channel, I always advocate, especially on the personal side, never carry a balance. That minimum balance is nothing but a scam in itself, because they're going to tack on extra fees and extra interest on top of that. So while you're paying this much off, you're literally seeing your balance increase more and more and more, and you feel like you cannot stop it and it's going to be overwhelming. So at the end of the day, this is why I stress and encourage everyone to take control of their credit card and their finances. Stop expecting the government to bail you out. You have to bail yourself out. So if you have any type of actual consumer debt on the personal side with these credit cards, to do the snowball effect where you're actually advocating all the extra income that you have and you're just pushing it towards that personal balance. Yes, you're gonna have to cut back on a lot of things. Yes, you might not be able to DoorDash or anything like that for a long period of time, but you need to get yourself out of these situations so you can take control and never get back in this again, because you and your family are riding on this. I'm telling you, I'm talking to you. Even with all that said, this paragraph in the CNBC report shows don't rely on them. The CFPB would not confirm when the rule will be finalized, but the interest groups say banks are not yet signaling blah, 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 blah. That right there shows you that you cannot rely on these people. They're saying, oh, it can happen in the beginning of January, but then they're saying, oh, there's not an actual timetable and things of that nature. This goes to show you right here, the proof is in the pudding. Overall, like I stated in the beginning, you have to take control of your finances. If you have any debt issues, I have companies that I've partnered with that can help you pay off your debt fast. And no, I'm not trying to make a dollar, I'm trying to help you. Even if you have to book a consultation, we can strategize how we can help you pay your debt down. I'm telling you, it's better to take action than no action. I know if I can overcome this issue, you can do the same thing. I'm no different from you. I want to thank you guys for stopping by. So do you think this will actually pass and help everyone, or do you think it's just another scam because election is around the corner? I really want to hear your thoughts, people. And until next time, ladies and gents.